Breaking news alert, a manager shot during an attempted robbery at the Little Caesars store in Horn Lake, Mississippi.
WMC Action News 5's Jessica Hawley is live on the scene with the latest on that manager's condition and the search for suspects. Jessica.
Right, we know that manager was shot at least one time, though the officer on scene said it really could be multiple shootings into this manager. We see a lot of investigators still out here in Horn Lake, and they are outside investigating. Right now, we know that that manager was airlifted to the med. We have yet to get a condition on this manager. Right now, police are looking for 3 or 4 men who took off tonight in a Chevy Impala or Chevy Malibu, silver pewter in color. They say they were armed with guns, possibly a handgun and rifles. This is video from earlier where you can see that these investigators are going inside the Little Caesars. They are looking for evidence. We have seen investigators out here talking with possible witnesses, possibly people who were inside working at this Little Caesars here in Horn Lake. We are still working on gathering more evidence, but again, police are looking for 3 to 4 black men here in the area. Chevy Impala, Chevy Malibu, silver or pewter in color. We'll bring you more in the next block. Reporting live, Jessica Hawley, WMC Action News 5.
We've got rain streaming into the area, a lot of moisture coming in out of the south right now. Now, the vast majority of it is moving off to the east. However, it's all going to be pushing into the WMC Action News 5 coverage area. Heaviest of it's been confined primarily to our south. These bands in yellow, that's where the heaviest rain is falling right now. That's trying to move to the northeast, but notice it's eroding just a bit. We've seen some light showers move through the city of Memphis and Shelby County. Right now, light rain right there around Crittenden and Shelby County near Shelby Forest, just to the west of Millington and along 55. We're going to deal with rain through the overnight hours, and we'll likely have it around early tomorrow morning. I'll take a look at your morning commute, tell you what you can expect for your drive. Your first alert forecast just ahead.
More breaking news now. A woman says she was robbed and sexually assaulted not far from a popular downtown Memphis landmark. WMC Action News 5's Sasha Jones joins us live with where and when this happened and the security measure that was so close by. Sasha?
Joe, this alleyway is pretty well lit, and it's right down the street from a Sky Cop camera. But this is where Memphis police say that a woman says that she was robbed and sexually assaulted.
Usually if something happens over here, then they'll let us know, but no email.
Danny Macklin lives in the Fielder Square apartments, just feet away from where police say a woman was robbed and assaulted early Sunday morning.
It's pretty quiet over here, so yeah, it's pretty shocking to me.
Reportedly, it all happened in the Floyd Alley, not far from AutoZone Park and the YMCA. The alley runs between the Fielder Square apartment buildings and is just feet away from the apartment's parking garage.
They started having security down here, and then I noticed that it kind of went away eventually.
Macklin says the apartment community upped security a couple of months ago after a string of car burglaries. There is also this Sky Cop camera near 2 of the entrances. For Macklin, she says this is a reminder to be on the lookout.
I just try to keep my hands, as free as possible, so if I have to run, I can.
And the police narrative said that the victim did not give a description of the suspect or the perpetrator after the event happened, and this is still an open investigation. Now, we did leave a message for the management here at the Fielder Square Apartments. We're still waiting to hear back. In downtown Memphis, Sasha Jones, WMC Action News 5.
Also breaking tonight, a Memphis man shot multiple times and rushed to the hospital in the 2200 block of Clayton, just off Chelsea. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach is live with what that victim was doing just hours earlier. Janice.
Well, that man is here at the Regional Medical Center in critical condition. Police tell me that he was shot just after 7 o'clock in his own neighborhood. Now, neighbors on Clayton watched as blue lights flash where they live, an unsettling sight in this North Memphis neighborhood. Witnesses said they heard multiple shots, as many as 16. When they finally ventured out, they saw police. This man, who did not want to be identified, said the victim is his friend who had just been talking and joking with a couple of hours earlier. Would you?
That's not only my neighbor, that's a close friend. You feel me? They touched me then to find out. And I'm here, he got a 50-50 chance of survive. You see what I'm saying? They hit hard. It's like a family member.
Now, this man says his friend was shot in the chest at least 5 times. He said mainly older people live on the street and everybody knows each other. He can't imagine who would shoot his friend. Now, we have just learned from police that a woman was actually inside the house where he was shot when that man was also inside the house. So we're trying to gather more information to find out exactly what's going on. At this point, we don't have any information about a suspect. Live at the Regional Medical Center, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
New at 10, claims have topped $842 million in the deadly East Tennessee wildfires on November 28th. That's according to state officials. Those officials say more than 3,900 claims have now been filed, and the numbers don't include damage to uninsured structures. We've also learned today that Tennessee received a $5.8 million federal grant to help with recovery efforts.
Police are investigating the body of a missing woman found, and the worst has happened. Janice Broach is reporting on this as well.
This is scary. I mean, I'm a female. I'm striving to live alone, and I have an ex. You know, this is scary.
Memphis police say a woman murdered inside her own apartment in Binghamton Tuesday night knew her attacker.
My suspicions are that it was probably somebody that she used to deal with or she no longer wanted to deal with.
Investigators have not said who they are looking for in the stabbing death of the woman. They only will say she was a 31-year-old Hispanic woman. Neighbors said she had lived at the complex for only a couple of weeks. Police say when no one could get in touch with her, her apartment was checked. She was discovered dead, lying in the hall of her apartment with multiple stab wounds. Deborah Clubb, head of the Memphis Area Women's Council, says it can be very difficult for a woman to be safe if someone she knows wants to hurt her.
How can we protect ourselves, really, if we're going to go out and be in the world from someone who's that determined?
Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
A lawsuit accusing the United States Secret Service of discriminating against black agents is getting settled. NPR reports tonight more than 100 agents have reached settlement agreements. The suit was filed in 2000 by agents who said they were often passed over for promotions while less qualified white Secret Service agents were promoted. The WMC Action News 5 investigators spoke with a former Mid-South Secret Service agent about this case.
It's not about the money. It's about the opportunity for justice for those who have been discriminated against over the years. And if this means that things will be better for those agents today and those prospective agents in the future, then I'm all for it.
Henry Hooper was not a part of this lawsuit. He started working for the service in Memphis and then was moved to the presidential detail.
Caught on camera, a burglary from inside the Eye Society optometry office on Poplar Avenue. This happened last Monday night. Memphis police say that 2 suspects stole eyeglasses with a combined value of about $25,000. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers 901-528-CASH. Also caught on camera tonight, 2 men using a sawed-off shotgun to steal cash from a convenience store. WMC Action News 5's Jessica Holly explains the clue in this video that police want you to hear.
Wow. This video released Wednesday night by the Memphis Police Department left many at this Whitehaven gas station shaking their heads.
Oh my God, that's a pump.
Before these 2 men in all black appear to trip on their way out of the Mapco convenience store, Memphis police tell us they held up the store clerk using a sawed-off shotgun to swipe cash from the drawer before running out. Some consider East Shelby Drive and Chulahoma a quiet corner, but Clarence Patterson, a regular at this gas station, knows criminals have no boundaries.
It's happening everywhere, you know, I just try to stay clear of it. You know, sometimes you can't.
If you listen closely, while it's hard to make out what was said, police say it's the voice of one of the suspects. The clerk Wednesday night told us she had no idea what happened around midnight on Tuesday.
The same reaction from Chiquita Dotson, a regular at this gas station too.
My daughter babysitter stays right over here in the neighborhood back here, so I'm here often. I got lunch from him earlier, so yeah, I come over here a lot, and I didn't know that.
Dotson and other customers filling up say the potential for getting caught in the crossfire of a crime in the act won't keep them from living their lives.
If you go by what's going on around here, you'll be scared to come out your house, so stay prayed up, and hopefully God just see you through it.
In Memphis, Jessica Hawley, WMC Action News 5.
And police ask you to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH if you can help find these suspects.
New at 10 airfares have dropped for the 16th consecutive quarter at Memphis International Airport. This according to the Department of Transportation. The average airfare at Memphis International dropped $7.84 from third quarter 2015 to third quarter 2016.
We're sending a high five to movie makers in Memphis. The Bluff City ranked for the 4th consecutive year in Movie Maker magazine's top 15 U.S. movie cities list, coming in for the number 10 slot. Local leaders said today they were also grateful to those who work in state government for the incentives for film and TV projects.
Rain's moving in overnight, and the heaviest of it will move through during the day tomorrow. A few thunderstorms are possible as well. We'll take a close look at what you can expect and talk more about temperatures in the first alert forecast. Plus,
everything that came out of it was not bad.
Kidnapped at birth. Hear from the 18-year-old who just discovered her biological family. We'll reveal the way she feels about them and her thoughts about the woman accused of taking her. And wine at your doorstep. The Mid-South state fighting for that option and the major hurdle that could stop it.
Breaking news alert: a manager shot possibly multiple times during an attempted robbery at a Little Caesars.
WMC Action News 5's Jessica Hawley is live in Horn Lake, Mississippi with the breaking details of this investigation. Jessica.
Kanji, this investigation is far from over. We continue to see investigators walking in and out of this Little Caesars, collecting evidence, trying to piece together exactly what happened. We know investigators are looking for 3 to 4 men who took off in a Chevy Impala or Chevy Malibu, silver or pewter in color. Also, that manager was airlifted from Horn Lake to Regional 1 in Memphis. Again, possibly shot multiple times here at the Little Caesars in Horn Lake. For now, reporting live, Jessica Hawley, WMC Action News 5.
For the first time, we're hearing from the 18-year-old girl who was kidnapped as a newborn infant and discovered just last week.
Alex Manigo says 51-year-old Gloria Williams is her mom. Williams is accused of kidnapping the baby, then known as Camilla Mobley, just hours after she was born in 1998. Alexis says that she doesn't blame her mom and has no anger towards her. In fact, she misses her since she's currently in custody.
I was very happy. I had everything I could ever ask for. People don't understand because they're not in my shoes. They're not in my shoes to witness and feel the love that was there for me. I think that's why they may have a hard time understanding it.
She says that she'll get to know her biological family and that she feels great that her story gives people with missing children hope.
A tug of war is intensifying in Washington tonight. Supporters of President-elect Donald J. Trump and protesters are pouring into the nation's capital ahead of Friday's inauguration. Fences and security are going up all over the place, lining the grounds of the Capitol and the White House on the parade route. The WMC Action News 5 investigators asked Shelby County Mayor Mark Luttrell about the upcoming inauguration. He told us once the president-elect's cabinet positions are filled, we'll have a better idea of what a Trump presidency might mean for Memphis and Shelby County.
But I think we'll have to wait and see what proposals come out of the new administration. We know what has taken place during the campaign and then, of course, subsequent to the campaign. But the real work will start at noon on Friday.
Be sure to stay with WMC Action News 5 for live inauguration coverage Friday morning.
We're learning new details tonight about the hospital stays for the elder former President Bush and his wife. Mrs. Bush was admitted as a precaution following her husband's admission last week for pneumonia.
Less than 2 weeks ago, former President George H.W. Bush was at the Houston, Texas playoff football game. By Saturday, he was admitted to Houston Methodist Hospital complaining about shortness of breath. By Wednesday, the former president was moved to the hospital's intensive care unit to, quote, address an acute respiratory problem stemming from pneumonia.
The president was having problems breathing due to some obstruction in his lungs, and so they had to put a tube in there to get the obstructions out.
Also Wednesday, his wife, former First Lady Barbara Bush, joined him in the hospital, admitted as a precaution for fatigue and a persistent cough. And with that came immediate response from Washington.
They have been a constant source of friendship and support and good counsel for Michelle and me over the years. They are as fine a couple as we know. And so we want to send our prayers.
The 41st president, who served from 1989 to 1993, has a form of Parkinson's disease and uses a motorized scooter or wheelchair for mobility.
And former President Bush turned 92 last summer. His office announced earlier this month he and Barbara would not attend Donald Trump's inauguration this week due to the former president's age and health. New tonight, the new NBC hit drama This Is Us has been renewed for at least 2 more seasons. The announcement was made during the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour. NBC execs say seasons 2 and 3 will contain 18 episodes each. The series creator said he has a master plan for the show. Watch new episodes of This Is Us Tuesdays at 8 p.m. here on WMC Action News 5.
Let's talk about your drive tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. You're going to be dealing with rain, so you need to plan for a little extra time right now. About a 60% probability for showers at 6 a.m., about a 60% probability at 7 and 8. Look at these temperatures, though. 59 at 6, 58 at 7, 59 at 8. Temperatures continue to rise during the day tomorrow, and you're certainly going to have rain, about a 90% probability at 4 and at 5, right around the mid-60s, 80% chance, 62 at 6 p.m. We've got warm, moist air coming in out of the south, and that's causing temperatures to rise overnight. Now, that's going to also allow for rain and a few thunderstorms tomorrow. We'll look for a mild weekend with more rain coming. As a matter of fact, 70 the high on Saturday, 62, but rain and thunderstorms and a 70% probability for Sunday. Now look outside right now. We've got rain in Oxford, as you can see from our camera there. And as far as things go on our First Alert Viper 5, there's that moisture streaming in out of the southwest. Now just some light sprinkles in and around the city of Memphis, right around Fraser along Highway 51 up to Millington. 52 at the airport and in Millington. Upper 40s in Blytheville and Dyersburg to 52. Light rain near Oxford to 54. Showers in Holly Springs, 55 in Corinth, and 49 in Forest City. But again, your temperature's rising overnight as more rain streams into the area. By 6 in the morning, scattered showers in those areas in yellow and orange. That's where we could see some heavier downpours. That'll continue until 8. Now, right around midday, Futurecast indicating most of the rain to our south and east, but we get into the afternoon, another surge coming in out of the south right around 3 o'clock. Temps in the low to mid 60s at that time, and then we're still right around the lower range of the 60s and rain at 5 p.m. Finally, we get to 7. Most of it pushes out and the clouds linger. Now, by the time it's all said and done, we could end up with anywhere from ½ an inch to as much as 1.5 inches of rain around parts of the Mid-South, especially from Memphis south into northern Mississippi. We're going to see temperatures rise as we get in the overnight hours, making their way in the low to mid 60s tomorrow. We'll deal with that across northern Mississippi, even into eastern Arkansas as well. We'll see our temp rise overnight in Memphis. East wind at 5 miles per hour, 60% probability for rainfall. As we get into the day, look at this. Right around 60 at 6 and 8, 63 at noon and 3, right around 63 to 64 at 5, and still in the low 60s at 7 and at 10 p.m., with the high tomorrow reaching 65 degrees. It is going to be a warm day indeed. We get to 70 on Friday. Rain's out of here, mostly cloudy skies. 70 on Saturday, slight chance for rain. Again, more rain on Sunday, 62 the high. Back in the 50s on Monday. Rain chances diminish as we start next week. And we'll look for a high of about 60 on Tuesday, 59 on Wednesday.
Well, we have a quick program alert for you. Days of Our Lives, which was preempted today due to President Obama's last news conference, will re-air early Saturday morning at 3:07 a.m. So if you're a Days fan, you make sure to set your DVR.
Drop the pounds and satisfy your cravings. Tomorrow morning we'll give you tasty superfood swaps to help you do it.
Plus, score a huge deal on your next TV, the best time to buy at the lowest price.
Don't put away the rain gear. I'll show you when to expect rain in your neighborhood tomorrow morning.
New at 10, a Mississippi lawmaker wants to make it possible to have wine shipped directly to the doorsteps of residents.
The Clarion Ledger reports tonight, however, that the Mississippi Department of Revenue, which controls alcohol and wine distribution in the Magnolia State, does not support this legislation. The Department of Revenue fears the direct shipment would be detrimental to family-owned businesses, as well as it would allow for sales to minors.
Hey folks, you know the Washington Wizards, well, they haven't lost a home game since December 6th. The Memphis Grizzlies take their turn, try and snap that streak tonight in D.C. To the Verizon Center we go, where the Wiz have won 11 straight. And they start out the game like they want to win 11 more. Otto Porter's got the green light to play bombs away from long range. That's exactly what he does. Porter hits his first 4 3-pointers in a row, scoring 25 points in the first, 17 points rather in the first half, 25 for the game to go along with 7 rebounds. The Grizz, well, they hang around. Zach Randolph gets his first hoop. It's a historic one, putting him 87th on the NBA's career all-time scoring list, passing Chris Bosh with 17,201 points. But Memphis falls down by as much as 19 before battling back. JaMychal Green, the workhorse, both on the boards and with his offense. 15 points, 13 rebounds for J-Mike as the Grizz get back in it. Down 2 with 10 seconds left. Grizz force a jump ball on an inbounds play. J-Mike wins the tip. Mike Conley will get the ball, but he can't find an opening. But James Ennis does. Wide open out front for a 3 to tie it at the buzzer. It won't go. Wizards win again at home. Final score 104-101. After the game, these comments from Grizz head coach David Fizdale.
God, we got a great look at it. I think James was even surprised he was so open. I know Scotty probably wanted to kill a couple of his guys for leaving him open like that. Yeah, we got the look we wanted, and it didn't go in.
All right, the Grizz now 25-19. Next, come home to face the Sacramento Kings. That'll be Friday night at FedEx Forum. Just a little more Wheaties. It'll go in. With pitchers and catchers set to get busy later this month, the Memphis Redbirds are breaking out a new look. AutoZone Park, a buzz as the team debuts new uniforms complete with musical notes and a redesigned Rocky the Redbird logo. New manager Stubby Clapp, the former player and owner Peter Freund, say the new designs are all about getting closer with the Memphis community.
It's important that we give them something that they can connect with and enjoy and come out as a family-friendly atmosphere.
We're already connecting with local businesses that we weren't connecting with just a year ago. Things were being done out of St. Louis, and we are now working to bring everything in-house.
All right, you can check out the new logo and uniforms where the Redbirds host the parent St. Louis Cardinals in the Battle of the Birds coming up March 30th downtown at AutoZone Park. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
We had a nasty little rain today.
Yeah, and we're still dealing with it tonight. We've got more coming in, and you'll deal with it for your morning and afternoon commute tomorrow. We're going to hit 70 Friday and Saturday. Should be a couple of nice days there, but more rain coming in on Sunday.
Hey, join our team in the morning. Lose weight and still satisfy your cravings tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. And easy and tasty superfood swaps to help you drop those pounds. We know you made the resolution. See you tomorrow.
With the WMC Action News 5 mobile app, you'll be the first to know. From WMCActionNews5.com to text and email alerts for breaking news and weather. It's all right here in the palm of your hand. Sponsored